Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Shalom, aloha, salam alaikum, and grand rising, and we are rising to the top. Family, it is 3 in the morning, Sunday night. I was asleep and I woke up. I can't go back to sleep. For my spiritual people, most of the time we be up between the hours of 3 and 5. I don't know why, but when I was young, my grandmother always said that's when God sent his angels to come down and listen to our prayers, hear our prayers, and take our prayers to God. You know, that's how my grandmother always says it's good to wake up in the middle of the night and pray. My grandmother was that type of woman that would wake up 3 in the morning and pray and pray and pray. But there's something about spiritual people. We just can't sleep throughout the night. And I believe that your angels are around you, and it's a powerful time to pray if you have something to say. If you don't have anything to say, just lay down and quiet your mind, okay? Family, I know you've heard about this. I've made videos, I've talked about this. Other people talk about it. It's not a joke to be chosen. It's not a joke to be a indigo child. It's not a joke to be God's child. It's not a joke to be God's favorite. I tell some of my friends that I am God's eye. When you hear me, it's like you poke God in the eye and God will come for you. Don't play with me. I tell my friends this and sometimes they laugh at me. Even as a young kid, as a teenager, I'm God's favorite. You touch me, I'm telling my daddy, I'm telling my mommy, God won't come for you. You know, I'll just say that as a joke. But for real, it's not fun when you are God's favorite. And let me elaborate myself. It's not fun because when you become God's favorite, you are also open to a lot of negative energies. When you are God's favorite, you are also open to the devil trying you, coming for you, tempting you. When you are God's favorite, when you are chosen, when you are an indigo child, whatever names, they call, it's not a joke that you are open to a lot of hardship. See, if you don't go through hardship, how would you know or how would you experience the blessings of God? How would you know that you are blessed if you don't go through these troubled times? There's a saying that God always chooses the strongest souls or the strongest soldiers to fight this war. You ain't gonna have no friends. And when I mean no friends, it don't mean that you ain't gonna have people that you talk to like acquaintances, co-workers, family, friends here and there. You're gonna have it. But when I mean a real deep friend, a spiritual friend, somebody that you could sit down and literally talk about some of the things that is going on, some of the things that you are experiencing, you're not gonna have any. I have come to the understanding, I've come to the conclusion that every 100 human beings, there's one chosen. Or every family, there's one person that's chosen. So let's say your family is 20 people and you're the chosen one. That means 20 people, 19 are asleep and you are the one God chose. You have a lot of work on your hands. You see the world for what it is. The 19 family members, they don't see nothing. Do you know how hard it is for me to open up and talk to somebody on my level and explain to them, yo, Oshun came to me. I don't have an altar for her. I don't have nothing for her. She came to me. It is hard. If I explain this to my mother, she gonna think I'm cuckoo. My friends, they're gonna think I'm cuckoo because they don't understand. They don't understand. You watch movies sometimes and it's like the movie is speaking to you. You watch the news and it's like the news is speaking to you. You ask yourself, are the people around me not hearing this? Not seeing this? No, they're not, because they're not chosen. You will go through a lot of trials and tribulation if you are God's favorite. Look what happened to Job. Look what happened to Job. You ain't gonna have any friends. Till today, when I pray to God, I said, God, just give me one spiritual friend. Just one day, let me just maybe grocery shopping. Just let me walk up and meet one spiritual person. Just one. Just one friend that is spiritual. If the person is not more conscious than I am, maybe I'm more conscious than them, or we on the same level. It gets lonely. It do. You might have friends that you could talk to. They might just want to hear it because they think some people hear spirituality and they want to hear, oh my God, so what spirit? Can you read me? And I'm like, no, it's not about seeing spirit. It's really about being godly. Being godly, just like the 10 Commandments say, don't lie, don't cheat, don't fornicate, don't this, don't, all things that are not good for you. You have to let go of all of these things. And I'm going to give you an example, right? I used to smoke a lot. And when I mean a lot, I was once, if you see me smoking 1L, it's nothing. Believe me. I was a pothead. It was that bad. Right? Meaning that all my friends were potheads. And now I ain't doing it. But when my friends come around, they do it. And I have to master the courage and say, nah, I ain't doing this. Y'all could do it. Sometimes I'll watch them blaze down. I'll smell it. It took a lot of courage for me to say, I'm not doing this. And all my friends that still smoke, they be like, yo, sis, how do you do this? Because I can't be around people that smoke if I ain't smoking. All I'm trying to say is, you are lonely because you haven't met people that are on the same frequency. You're not going to have spiritual friends. And the ones that you will have, they will be in different states. Maybe online, you guys might become friends online. Maybe you might plan a little mini, vacation, maybe a few days to link up and see each other. But most of the time, the people around you, you're not going to find them. And people are going to say you're crazy. You have to understand this. You seeing the world from a whole different lens. They don't see it. They don't see it. It gets lonely. Being woke, being God's favorite, yes, it's beautiful because you get to communicate with God. Me, my people have disappointed me. And that includes all relationships, not just marriages, like boyfriend, girlfriend. No, I mean all type of friendship. You will get disappointed. And through your disappointment, that will draw you closer to God. Because for you to get close to God, you have to let go of all these attachments. You have to let go. You have to let go. And if you don't want to let go, you're going to find yourself in trouble and nobody's going to be there for you. And at that moment, when you look around and nobody there for you, you have nowhere to go but to go to God. When I tell people when I need something, I go to God, they be thinking I'm lying. I really do. So if you're looking to start your spiritual journey, it's not a joke. You're going to get to you're not ready. You're going to get to a point, right? It's not even about sex anymore. It wouldn't even be about sex. It's deeper. It's when you wake up. I always use Jesus Christ as an example. I said Jesus Christ didn't get married. He ain't have no sex. He ain't have no wife, no kids, no nothing. There's a reason why. You will speak the truth and people will hate you for speaking the truth. And I'm not going to say your husband or wife. I say people. That include family. Just like they hated Jesus for speaking the truth. That is why you don't have no friends. But my advice to you is still go out, have fun. Sometimes I go to I have a big 75 inches TV in my house. But some days I'm like, let me just go to the movies just to dress up and go. Sometimes I'm like, let me just go for a walk. Talk to people. Don't be all isolated. Yeah, you still came here to have a human experience. So, yep, sometimes go out. If somebody invite you to a party somewhere and your spirit tells you to go, just go. Socialize. But always have it at the back of your mind that it is very hard for you to come around or across people that are like you. So being God's favorite is no joke. It's a blessing and a curse. Spirituality, again, ain't nothing about calling spirit. Anybody can go to a spiritual shop and buy books and start calling spirits. But that's not what spirituality is. It's a way of life. The way you care about humanity. The way you care about the planet. The trees, the animals, the way we treat each other. The environment. Thank you for watching. It's no joke. I love you. You're beautiful. You are wonderfully made. And you are perfectly made.